I'd like to thank you for inviting me on the show. It's such an honour to be here, and I'd just like to say that when I'm not playing Xbox with my mate Thor, I really like to listen to my favourite podcast, Pop Culture Pasta. Hey, Doug! Doug! Oh, that's right, Doug's dead.
Pop Culture Pastor.
All right, Cody. I hear that you're a fan of Pirates of the Caribbean.
This might shock you, but I have seen at least 4 of them.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe we can utter a statement in the year of 2026, our Lord, that there's at least 4 of those movies. Because I'm reasonably sure I've seen 3 of them, the first 3, and really anything after 1, you don't need to waste your time.
Unless you just really liked 1, and then it's a slightly watered down version thereafter.
Yes, I really did like 1. I think 1's a great movie. In fact, I'll go to bat for 1 for sure to this day. But everything after that was just, it's like the law of diminishing returns.
It almost is, but you get Javier Bardem in, I think, 4. 5?
5?
4? Jackson's giving me hand signals.
We're not sure. We're looking into it.
I want to say there's 6.
Oh my gosh. I'm not even going to look it up because I just don't care. I should say this is Pop Culture Pastor, the podcast. My name's Dave. Cody is here.
Providing counseling and pastoral services for all pirates.
Oh, is that a thing?
That is.
Okay, good. And also Jackson is here.
I have nothing to shill. Sorry.
Nothing to shill? Well, that's good. You are free and clear.
No therapeutic service for seamen. Men of the sea.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Well, Cody, this will be the day where you will always remember it as the day you almost thought you were never going to see Johnny Depp in a Pirates movie again.
Yeah.
Because there's news.
News.
And by news, I mean Deadline. This is the first line from Deadline's article. I find this hilarious. We caught up with producer Jerry Bruckheimer at D23. I think that's funny because D23 is this giant show for, them to show off the things coming down the pike.
Yes.
And Disney projects, and like they just caught up with Jerry Bruckheimer in a hallway. So I'm not sure the validity of this news we're about to hear from Jerry Bruckheimer, because there's a lot of people that like are hanging on to the glory days in Hollywood, and they're like, Lethal Weapon 8, it could still get made. We talked about it last week with Mel.
Jaws 5, it's coming.
Jaws 4 was such a perfect ending. I don't know that we should.
So I want to know how hard it was to catch up to him, because he's 82.
Is he really? He looks different. I don't like to talk about the way people look, but I'm looking at this picture of him right here from this video, and he's had some work done, huh? His nose looks a little
not his own
Michael Jackson-ish, yeah. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I just feel sad for him. Like, man, just why don't we embrace growing old? It's because of our beauty standards.
Maybe he had skin cancer on his nose and then got reconstructive surgery.
I love it when Cody does the opposite of contrarian Cody. This is compassionate Cody.
Way to make everybody feel bad.
We could call it compassionate Cody, although if there was a word for him to just he's trying to make us look like, bad people. What would that be called? Contortionist Cody.
Yes.
People get the wrong idea about that one. Anyways, Deadline caught up with Jerry Bruckheimer at D23, and he told them Pirates of the Caribbean 6? It's a possibility.
Yeah.
Said, quote, we're talking with Johnny. We're working on a screenplay, and hopefully we can get this done. So Johnny, we saw the movie trailer in front of the Spider-Man movie for this Ebenezer Scrooge movie, because what we needed was another retelling of A Christmas Carol. Don't say ugh. Unless you're saying about Johnny, because Christmas Carol is an exquisite story.
No, that trailer.
Oh, yeah.
Although it's supposed to take place before?
Before what?
The events of a Christmas Carol.
Where did you get that?
From the trailer.
It said it was this Thanksgiving.
No, it's taking place before the events. Like, this is his life leading up to the faithful visit.
Did you get that from the trailer? There's like ghosts in the trailer.
I didn't, but does anybody want that?
People want that.
okay.
Does the
yeah.
Christmas Carol not
Now
already
I
do
gotta
that?
look
Once
it
again,
up.
Cody has derailed us from what I was trying to say, which is, do we need a Jack Sparrow version of the Christmas Carol? Is that what we need?
Absolutely
Didn't Jim
not.
Carrey already do this with the animated version? Wasn't that enough?
Michael Caine was enough.
Like, do we need spirit? How will we be going from this midnight? I don't know. I couldn't think of a quote.
It was close enough.
I was doing the hands.
Yes.
The Keith Richards hands. But yeah, so is Johnny like re-energized? Is he becoming a thing again?
I hope not.
Jackson has been on this train long before
Oh, he doesn't like Johnny.
Amber Heard and him ever got together, honestly.
You're just not a fan of Johnny Depp?
I enjoyed a lot of what he did, and then we just hit a wall in Amber Heard and haven't recovered since.
Part of my problem with the Pirates movies, and in particular Johnny Depp as Captain Jack Sparrow, is in one, I think we can all see that performance and say, wow, that was a wildly original take on a pirate, and what he did with it was just very wildly entertaining. But then, like most sequels and anything you turn into a franchise, it just becomes a little bit more of a caricature, especially a movie like that where you were already on this like thin line of falling into caricatureness, even in the first one, because of the style that Johnny Depp was doing.
But Keith Richards is his dad in the third one.
Which is a cool little bit of lore, since that's like who he modeled the physical, the physical actions of Jack Sparrow off of.
Nailed it.
But yeah, I don't know that we needed it. And I don't know that we need a 6. Pirates of the Caribbean 6.
Might as well go to 7, honestly.
Some solid sources Deadline tells us that the continuation won't feel just like the nth tale of Captain Jack Sparrow. Well, thank God for that. Rather, the next chapter will focus on Margot Robbie's protagonist, with Sparrow as a side character, essentially an evolution of the franchise. So it's like a soft reboot in a way, but just with Jack Sparrow to, bring the old fans along. And then we get to Margot Robbie. Well, now my question is is Margot Robbie the type of actress who can pull this off? Like, I don't know.
Have you not seen Barbie?
Don't get me wrong. I think she's a fine actress, but the reason Pirates of the Caribbean is good was because of Johnny Depp. And that reason is because he's just this kind of different kind of actor. He's
Shockingly, Keira Knightley is being slandered.
Keira Knightley as Keira Knightley didn't pull off Pirates of the Caribbean 1.
She carried the franchise.
I'm sorry, is that slandering her? And what's his name too?
Orlando Bloom.
Orlando Bloom playing Orlando Bloom. Like everyone else in that movie is just like playing the thing they always play.
Ouch.
Okay, I'm gonna take that back. The dude they wake up in the barn, his like first mate. That dude's great. But I'm saying is Margot Robbie is a very good actress. It'd be like asking Leonardo DiCaprio to play Captain Jack Sparrow, right? It just doesn't work.
Keeping it all within the Gilbert Grape universe. I hear
the grape
you.
averse.
And I feel you on that one.
And we're back to contrarian Cody. He's just going to argue everything I put forward here. Are you really excited about this? Be honest.
I'm intrigued. I'm not going to say I'm excited, but if it actually comes to fruition, maybe I will have seen my 5th Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
The fifth one, Dead Men Tell No Tales, made $795 million worldwide. But that was 2017. That was before COVID.
You just slap that logo on, and boom, just start shoveling money.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Are there any swashes left to buckle at this point?
Crafts, Pirates of the Caribbean, and cheese. Let's do it. Sounds great. I don't know. What do y'all think? Are you guys excited for some Pirates of the Caribbean movies? Some more? Has anyone actually seen all 5 of these things?
Someone has.
No one at this table has. Which, frankly, you are saved in my eyes right now. Like, I'm so glad you haven't. Should we play the movie game?
Yes.
Jackson
Yes, we
needs
should.
Jackson needs some vengeance because he lost on some Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Citizen Kane of children's movies.
That's what they tell me. All right. Movie game rules. I am holding in my hand, blah, blah, blah. 3 Rotten Tomato movie profiles. You guys know all this. Jackson, will you be trying to solve the terrible movie, the mediocre movie, or the certified fresh movie?
Why mess with a good thing, Dave? Terrible it is.
I mean, you're coming off a 1-game losing streak. So
hey.
No change up though. You're gonna keep
That was
doing
my
what got you
Buster
here.
Douglas, Mike Tyson moment.
Buster Douglas.
I may have to bite Cody's headphone if this doesn't go my way.
The critic score of this movie is 18%. Came out in 2004. What'd you say? Next. Okay. Second build actor, Snoop Dogg. You may have heard of him.
Oh, you got this.
The Wash?
It is not The Wash. The third flight audience score, 51%.
Soul Plane.
It is Soul Plane.
Yep.
I was like, well, just guess another Snoop Dogg movie. So, Jackson.
So it wasn't Be Cool?
Jackson remains the king of the trash.
He does.
Even with a wrong guess, he still solves it in the third flight. So
I'm not
Cody,
even sure if Snoop Dogg's in Be Cool. I feel he
That's
was.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
I know
Cody.
Dwayne's in it, but I felt like Snoop Dogg had a cameo, or was it Starsky and Hutch?
You're confusing him with Vince Vaughn.
Cody, I know that sometimes it's hard to tell between Snoop Dogg and Vince Vaughn. Vince Vaughn's got taller hair. Unless Snoop's got the fro going.
He's Huggy Bear in Starsky and Hutch. You're right.
He is in Starsky and Hutch.
Yes.
That movie was wildly disappointing.
So I watched both movies at various youth group outings. True story.
What?
Soul Plane?
Starsky and Hutch?
Starsky and Hutch and not Soul Plane, but Be Cool. That's why I...
I was going to say, that's quite the youth group.
Man, yeah, what kind of youth group were you in?
A cool one.
They were like, well, Basic Instinct wasn't available. All right, Cody, will you be solving the mediocre movie or the certified fresh movie?
We'll go fresh.
Fresh. Okay. We'll put that one to the side in case we need a tiebreaker. The year and the critic score, it's a 2002 movie
Okay.
for an 86%.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
No Pirates of the Caribbean movie has ever scored that high. I don't know. One might have, but it's not Pirates of the Caribbean. Second build actor, Renee Zellweger.
Oh.
Renee Zellweger, 2002. 86% critic score.
Bridget Jones' Diary?
It is not
No,
Bridget Jones'
she would have been the star.
Diary.
Oops.
Audience score is about the same, 83%, drop of a few percent. So guess another Renee Zellweger second build actress movie.
I'm blanking on
Oh, Jackson.
Renee movies because I have one, but it's really bad. It's starring Jim Carrey.
I
Nope.
knew you were going there.
That
can't
one,
be that one.
that one can't be.
It can't
it.
be Me, Myself, and Irene.
Um,
There's no way that one
what-
got near the 80s.
was she in Chicago?
She was in Chicago. What a pull.
Yeah.
Oh, that was amazing. I'm so pumped right now. Tiebreaker.
Ooh, this is close to Jackson's territory.
You guys get one guess per flight. Year and critic score, 74% certified, almost certified fresh for a 1992 movie. Back in my high school days.
Short Circuit.
Ooh, little late for Short Circuit. But that's a solid guess. I need some more number 5. They should remake that.
Forrest Gump.
Also a good guess. Not that either. Second build actor is Maggie Smith.
Oh, Maggie?
Hook?
It is not Hook. Not Hook. See, Jackson knew who it was.
I did not. So you can keep
You
going.
can go. Third flight audience score, 65%. So a little bit lower than the critics
Ooh.
for this 1992 movie with second build actor Maggie Smith.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
It is not Mrs. Doubtfire.
Batteries not included.
It is not Batteries Not Included. Fourth flight, the top build actor, Whoopi Goldberg.
Sister Act.
It is Sister
Okay.
Act. I knew that was going to be close.
Devastating.
Jackson on the tiebreaker. That was because I think Cody, if he had another couple seconds, was
No,
going
I
to come
was
up with
saying
a...
Sister Act, but then I also had Jumping Jack Flash.
Theodore Rex.
But that one's a lot older.
Yeah, that one's a lot older in Sister Act.
I do prefer that one over Sister Act. That's a hot take.
I do like, I'm with you. Jumpin' Jack Flash is a good movie. I like that movie. All right. We got a pop culture draft on deck.
We do.
Celebrating the beginning of school time. We're going to draft the best pop culture teachers right after this. So Cody, one of my favorite teachers of all time was my 6th grade teacher, Mr. Blackbird at Riverside Elementary in Lawrence, Kansas. He was awesome. Very kind, soft-spoken guy. He was just very nice. One of the nicest people I've ever met. And I made him mad once. The only time I ever made him mad in class was because I wouldn't stop farting. And he yelled at me. Even though like every boy in that class was farting. It wasn't just me, but mine were loud. I don't know. It was something I ate that day. I always felt bad about that. I disappointed Mr. Blackbird.
I feel connected to him.
I feel for him a lot.
Oh, do you?
Just wait till we
because I'm super gassy. That's me.
Dave's the one that edits the podcast, everybody.
But what does that mean? I'm not editing this out.
He cuts out the background noise.
Oh,
Yes.
So yeah. Okay, so everyone listening to the pod's just going to think I fart all the time now. Jackson's getting a big kick out of this. And I don't fart all the time. This is just good listening. I don't know what people tune in for.
That's it.
But
That's
if it's not
exactly
this,
what
I don't know what
somebody
it
who
is.
farts all the time would say.
This is definitely the most times we've ever said fart on any one Pop Culture Pastor episode.
It is.
So we've set a record already.
And we aren't even talking Blazing Saddles.
All right, pop culture draft. We haven't done a draft in a while. All the kiddos are going back to school, so we figured, why not honor some of the teachers who've had an impact in our life by drafting our favorite fake teachers from pop culture.
In your face, real teachers.
But I did want to give us an opportunity to first, what makes a good teacher in your eyes, Jackson?
I think for me, when I think back of any teacher that really stood out, it was somebody that, I mean, it's really cliche to say made learning fun, but at the same time, they didn't just let the material speak for itself. They took an interest in what they were teaching, and, they would apply it to maybe kind of your modern day or things like that, where they took that extra step. I also had a teacher who would do like pop quizzes and would, give out candy. And so it became like you would motivate
Can't
yourself.
approve of that.
You had to get that blow pop. You had to get that Rolo.
Rolos.
Yeah, I felt
what
bad.
school was this at?
She was getting the discount
I
candies.
was in Topeka.
Okay.
Oh.
I was going to say.
Wait, you were from Topeka?
I was in Topeka from 4th to 8th grade.
Now I know why we were getting the discount Rolos.
Yes.
I grew up in Topeka myself. That's not an insult. That's knowing where you come from.
Word.
We're big on the Rolos in Topeka. Well, go ahead and give them a shout out. Who was your favorite teacher and what did they actually do that made them your favorite other than the candy?
Well, if we take the candy away, I would say it was my 5th grade teacher, Mr. Kelly. He's no longer with us. Sad to find that out, but he was somebody that he took an interest in the kids. He, would talk to you kind of one-on-one and, made you feel special, made you feel included.
Yeah.
You weren't just another kid, somebody to fill a seat.
Do you remember what school it was?
Ross Elementary.
Oh, Ross. Yeah, I didn't go there. I went to Stout Elementary.
That's a
in
made-up
Topeka.
place.
And also Pauline Central, but that was in Pauline, south of town there.
Also made up.
No, they're real, very real places. Cody, did you have a favorite teacher? And what did they do that made him your favorite?
The teachers that I gravitated towards were the ones that, like Jackson said, made education fun, but also they cared about you and your personal growth, and they made you feel important. They also took time for you to talk with them and point out errors in your way of thinking, or be like, oh, that was good. And so third grade, I had the nicest teacher on the planet, Mrs. Babcock. Folks around these parts know her and her husband. Super nice people.
Yeah.
So Jennifer, shout out.
There you go. There you go. I have a couple that I would like to shout out. One of them was my middle school band teacher, which is hilarious because I didn't like band. My parents made me take band because essentially they bought a trumpet, even though I didn't ask for it. They bought me a trumpet, and then I just had to take band for the rest of my school career. But Mr. Bruckheimer in middle school was great because he talked to you and taught you like he thought truly and genuinely we were all headed for the Philharmonic.
Were you not?
Oh no. God, we were terrible. But he, like, the way he talked to us and the way he taught us was that we were all like, sky's the limit. We were going to be great musicians. And it was just the way he was. He's very positive. I love Mr. Bruckheimer. So kind. Nice dude. Also, when I went to KU, I had a professor for Western Civ named David Dewar. Super liberal cat. Very liberal cat, but I always admired that he gave the conservative students in the class like time and a voice to say their things without belittling them. Like, I don't know how much that happens on college campuses these days. This was back in the aughts, and I was just always very impressed with him because I knew, because I became friends with him on like Facebook when Facebook became a thing. I knew he was super liberal, but you wouldn't have been able to tell in his class that he was one way or the other. And in Western Civ, if you don't know, you talk about a lot of things that you can have discussions on that would lead you to find out the opinions of a lot of people. So, because you read a lot of religious stuff, philosophical stuff, and it was a great class. I loved Western Civ, and it was partly because of David Dewar. He's a great professor.
Shout out.
Yeah. So anyways, if you got a teacher that was your favorite and they're still around, man, send them a message or something. Let them know.
Tag them in the Facebook post.
Yeah, tag them in our Facebook post for this episode. It's time for the draft. Here are the rules. The draft picks of the first three, these original ones, they must be employed by the school. No Mr. Miyagi's, Jackson. He's not a teacher. He's a mentor.
I'm gutted, Dave.
There's a difference.
That's rude.
Toss Master Yoda out of here.
No Yoda, no Gandalf, none of that nonsense. And any pop culture setting counts. Film, television, books, video games, whatever.
Cartoons.
Comic books even. A character used in any round cannot be used again in another round. You all right?
Oh.
You good?
I am good.
Okay.
Not the rules of every draft we've ever done.
Yes, it is.
No,
It
that's
is.
why.
Yes.
Yeah.
His shock and amazement.
I was doing an over dramatic whoa.
And of course, be ready to defend your pick. Tell us why you're picking them, which I don't feel like
they're a good pick. That's why.
Great.
Next.
Cody is in pure pop culture draft form where he's just being really ornery and obnoxious.
I'm intimidating you all right now.
I mean, intimidation's not going to change the picks I have on my notes here.
I don't know that.
Spinner going.
All right. As always, we're going to spin the totally random spinner on my phone to find the draft order. Are you guys ready?
Why is there 3 Dave wedges on that?
There is not 3 Dave wedges.
I can't see it.
Cody, Jackson, and Dave. There's the wheel.
Why am I purple?
Not that anybody can see this, on there. Why are you purple? It's just assigns a color. What do I know? The first pick, Cody. Are you happy? Cody
Wish I
gets
was
the
purple.
first pick. Gosh. The second pick will belong to... That took forever. Dave! Jackson will go last.
The fix is in.
Oh, my goodness. That was fun. Okay, Cody, you get to lead off with the number 1 draft pick of pop culture teachers. Who's it going to be?
So I almost went jokey with this, but I will go chalk for this first pick. Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Yeah.
John Keating, We're Going Dead Poets Society. Old Rob Williams himself.
I mean, I feel like he's got to be the first pick.
Yes. And it's amazing that this movie is not only loved by Gen X and millennials, but like Gen Z has even clinged on to this. I don't know if it's because there's so many clips that you can take from it and like, oh, this is great, or if they actually just watched it because it was on some streaming platform. But no, this goes across generations, and it showcases Robin's unique, unconventional style, being an unconventional English teacher, making learning fun, and like, especially in a rigid setting, expands your mindset, because so often we are the product of our environment, and you need someone to throw a wrench in that sometimes.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
that's what John Keating does. Just a terrific movie. It'll bring tears to your eyes if you're one of those people.
Yeah, in the little bit of time I got to study for this, I was surprised at how many of the teachers that I was coming across were, it's all a reference to bulk education does something to the kids. It almost makes them, in a capitalist society, I'm not trying to go socialism or communist on you, but
Whoa!
in a capitalist society, it kind of makes them all good little buyers, conformists, right?
Yes.
That's just the nature of bulk education. And so John Keating, not Jack, and many of the teachers that I looked at, they're kind of the same in that what they're trying to encourage is these kids to really be free and live life each day doing the things they feel called and gifted to do, instead of just this, oh, well, my dad was a lawyer and my grandfather was a lawyer, so I guess that means I'm a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
not to, if that's your story and then you felt called to that, that's great. But I found it interesting how many were stories like that of the teachers I looked at.
Yes. And I mean, in the real world, there are a ton of teachers that I think stick to kind of the mold, but then the ones that stand out do something extra, do something special. And then this Robin Williams character is something beyond the mold.
Yeah. For my pick, since I get the second pick, and then this one might upset Jackson.
Sabotage!
I will be picking a college professor.
Yeah.
His name is Dr. Henry Jones Jr.
Yeah.
You may know him as Indiana, a tenured professor and maybe one of the worst employees in higher education history, if we're being honest.
Yep.
He's contractually obligated, allegedly, to teach archaeology, and he's almost never in the building. Poor Marcus Brody has to spend most of the franchise covering for his colleague who's just never there, which I just assume, like, Marcus gets to go with them, like, on the Adventure Some and the Last Crusade, but I assume in the first two he's just like, oh, I'm sorry, Dr. Jones isn't here today. Jackson, have you not seen the Indiana Jones movies?
Pop culture blind spot.
Oh my gosh.
So you wasted that pick.
Yeah.
Wow.
The plan is working.
I can't believe you've not actually seen those.
I haven't seen Dead Poets Society either.
Okay.
I knew you weren't going to choose it, so.
All that being said, even if he's not around a lot, this is a guy, a character who made a generation of kids actually want to be archaeologists, which, spoiler, is a much more boring job than you might know.
What?
Than you might have ever fathomed if you grew up with Indiana Jones.
But you get a whip, right?
There are no whips. There are no guns.
Fedoras?
Just loads and loads of research and study and memorization of, like, epics and years and just all these things. You can't even imagine the massive amount of memorization of numbers and eras that has to be done there. First day of Archaeology 101 at KU, that was the first thing the professor said, is like, I've never owned a whip or a gun or a fedora.
Or punched a Nazi.
And I'm not kidding you, half the class stood up and walked out. I'm just kidding. That didn't happen.
I like to think that professor had punched a Nazi.
Jackson, who will you be taking with your first pick?
Dave,
Here we go.
for my first pick, I would like to play a game. And this game
don't
is
get it.
called Who's Your Daddy and What Does He Do? My first pick is John Kimball from Kindergarten Cop.
Okay. And tell me why John Kimball is your selection.
Well, I don't know if I can call myself a new father, as I have a 2-year-old, but I identify with this movie on the opposite side of what I used to. You know, as a kid growing up, I was like, wow, he's really mean, and couldn't imagine being in a kindergarten taught by somebody like that. But now raising a child of my own, I'm like, that guy's got it right. He's preparing these kids for the future. And
Is he?
I don't know how many times I've had to say, take one toy and bring it to the cockpit. But I mean, this was a role that I feel was kind of one of the first of its kind. It was, you know, really dipping into that child movie landscape, and it works. It's not something that's just overly gimmicky or anything like that. I feel like it had heart to it, and, you know, he took it as an assignment, but then over time, of course, grew to care for the children and put forth the effort for the kids.
This was also the movie, which this was a pretty good movie, and I think it might be up for a rewatch because I haven't seen this since I was a kid. But I remember it being good. Is this the movie that separates Arnold from Rocky? Because that was an arms race. You know what I'm saying? Guns. Those kind of arms.
I feel like
the biceps between him and Sly Stallone. And Sly never really does the comic turn well.
Might have got you Stop or My Mom Will Shoot.
Oh, yeah. Ugh.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Sorry.
And Arnold does this. He does Twins, which is a good movie. The closest Sylvester gets is Demolition Man, which has some comic bits in it, but it's largely not really him.
Shocking Oscar slander.
It's mostly Rob Schneider in there. It's not so much Sly, but Rob Schneider was funny.
Is that Judge? That's
Well,
Judge Dredd.
That was kind of joking. No, Rob is in Demolition Man,
He's
too.
in both? Oh.
Yeah. Rob Schneider's in Demolition Man. He's one of the cops.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Sandra Bullock and in her first big movie. Anyways,
Sandy.
Benjamin Bratt.
That's right. And the 3 seashells. Kindergarten Cop. Good pick. John Kimball. Cody, who's your second pop culture teacher selection?
So this person can teach in middle school.
Oh.
They can teach in high school.
Okay.
And they can go straight to college, buddy.
All right.
They know how to relate to the youths. They go the extra mile. They listen to nonstop relationship nonsense from Corey and Topanga. Yeah, Feeney!
Mr. Feeney.
We're going Boy Meets World.
I knew one of you millennials would pick Mr. Feeney.
I thought Jackson was going to do it because then it would set up me perfectly for 2 random picks, but he didn't. So
I stayed away because I knew you were taking him.
you don't know me. You don't know me at all.
Apparently, I do.
So he's just wise. Like in the 90s TV series, we had to have one wise guy. It was Wilson, the neighbor, and Tim Allen's show. Feeney was the Wilson.
Yeah. I don't know. This is the only show you guys talk about that misses me. I feel like you either watched what was the name of the show?
Boy Meets World.
Boy Meets World. I think you were either a Boy Meets World person or a Hanging with Mr. Cooper person. And I was hanging with Mr. Cooper.
You can always hang with Mr. Cooper. There's nothing wrong with hanging with Mr. Cooper. But no, Feeney was just the sage voice of wisdom and reason and logic, not only helping out the kids, but he was helping out his colleagues who were being reckless. And then he's like, you know what? I'm going to become a principal. And then, you know what? I'm going to teach at a university because the show needs me to carry the weight.
Yeah. Mr. Feeney. That's a good selection.
Yes. Team Feeney.
And we saw the actor who played Mr. Feeney at 96 years old playing at Comic-Con.
Yes.
Still out there signing
Still with
autographs
us?
and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, he's getting around pretty good for an old guy.
I mean, even now, right?
Yeah,
he's
he's
still
still
with
around.
us.
Yeah. Okay, my second pick, we were at a Comic-Con in Omaha here a couple weeks back. And we got back to our place and we were eating our dinner and we decided to turn on a movie. And no, it was not the documentary on the chicken on Netflix, which we shall never talk about again if you want to have Raising Cane's.
I do.
Yeah, we do. So we won't talk about that. No. It was a movie called The School of Rock. And I know what you're thinking. Dave, Jack Black's character Dewey Finn is not a teacher. He is a broke, freeloading musician who steals his roommate's identity and commits substitute teaching fraud.
You betcha.
At an elite prep school. But I would say by every legal standard, he's a criminal, yes. But also the school paid him to teach for quite some time. So I think that qualifies him as a teacher. And I don't think he's just any teacher. I think he ended up being pretty good at it. Horace Green Prep, which is the school in this, is a lot like John Keating's Welton Academy, where the kids here are being optimized, right? They're high achieving, but they show no passion. They're scared of their parents. They're becoming competent at everything, but they just have no passion for anything. And the teacher shows up, much like Dead Poets Society. Dewey Finn shows up, and he does something that none of the other teachers would have done in those situations, in those schools, where he finds out what they're good at, and then he builds something around it. And yes, his motives are highly selfish because he wants to win the battle of the bands.
I was going to say he kidnaps the children.
Semantics, man. Semantics. But they all get a role, and he bases it on their skill set and their strengths. Nobody gets left out. Jack Black, I think this is his best role. And it's because he's so stinking committed to the bit, just like Will Ferrell. I think that's where he's at his best, where he's so committed to the bit. And the movie works because it plays really sincere. And I think Jack Black really believes rock music could save all the kids of the world because he's so sincere in this role. And I like that he doesn't fix anyone, right? He just tells this room of kids that they already had something inside that's worth sharing.
Does he not fix Joan Cusack?
He kind of does, but sadly, he's a mentor to her, not her teacher. But that's my pick. My pick is Dewey Finn, played by Jack Black in School of Rock. Jackson?
Well, for my second pick, I don't really have a fancy intro, but I am going to take us back to the year 1996.
Oh, okay.
With the Tom Berenger joint, The Substitute.
Now, is this like is The Substitute a reaction to Dangerous Minds, where instead of having the attractive female teacher, Michelle Pfeiffer, who really changes all their hearts and inspires them, what if he just got there and killed people?
Yes.
Okay, go. Do you know his name? What was his name in that?
Shale.
Shale.
That's all you'll find on IMDb is Shale. Obviously, this was a movie I was probably too young to be watching, but, my dad's my best friend, so
Nice.
and this is something of a trope that'll probably come up a little later about going to the inner city schools and, the toughest class in the building and getting respect, meeting the kids on their level, teaching them something they could relate to, and obviously, since he had ulterior motives, kind of what his wheelhouse was, teaching about military history. This was a movie that was just a delight for me. Anytime that Mark Anthony gets roughed up, you've got my money.
Well, I don't know why we were so mad at Mark Anthony.
It's an enjoyable movie. It's a little bit sillier than the deep themes that you guys are kind of speaking to, but when I think best teachers, that's the first one I go to, and as soon as Cody gave me the topic, it was already my first draft pick.
It's the best part about pop culture drafts is you define it how you want to. So, Tom Berenger from The Principal, it works.
Substitute.
Oh, yeah, The Substitute. My bad. The Principal. Which was that? Was that a Belushi? I think that was a Belushi.
Maybe you'll find out, Dave.
God,
Or maybe you won't.
I hope so. Cody, who is your third and final pick?
So I went with the teacher that was most like my favorite teacher.
Oh, okay.
And
It's not The Substitute?
it was not the
Not Tom
substitute.
Berenger?
Oh, she's the sweetest teacher in this movie. And Everyone loves her. All the kids just huddle around her. She has an awful stepsister. Makes kids eat chocolate cake. But that's not what Miss Honey does.
Miss Honey.
I'm going Miss Honey from Matilda. Oh my goodness. Like, I want every elementary school teacher to be Miss Honey.
I mean, I think every millennial does, right?
Yes. Oh, she was so nice. And she listened to Matilda. She gave Matilda a chance to show her own abilities. And she was the only one that cared about this kid that was being abused, neglected by her parents, who were also narrating the movie. Oh, she was just the best. I need more Miss Honeys in this world.
Matilda, what was the name? Miss Trunchbull?
Trunchbull, yeah.
Yeah, she was the bad teacher, the evil one.
The principal.
Oh, she was the principal. Okay. Yeah, I didn't remember. Okay, for my last pick, I'm going to TV land. I'm tired of the movies and I'm going television. And I'm going to pick Jessica Day from New Girl. You didn't see that pick coming, did you?
Because she's so adorkable.
She is very adorkable. She starts as a substitute. She works her way up to vice principal. She eventually becomes a principal. And I think that arc is really interesting because it makes her one of the few characters that were available in this draft where she was in all these roles. But she's Jess, if you don't know. If you're not a fan of New Girl, Jess played by Zoe Deschanel.
Yes, not to be confused with Emily.
No, her sister. But
shout out Bones.
But the reason she belongs here, in my opinion, is she is one of those teachers that's just like really passionate about the thing. She doesn't do it for the money or for like this thing. She just really loves teaching. There's a passion there. And Zoe Deschanel plays her with like just this kind of relentless weirdness that Zoe is kind of known for. Plus, she's very talented and at singing. So music is a part of her teaching thing, which now that makes the second teacher in a row that I've selected where music is like a main function of their teaching.
I don't know why you didn't go with Mr. Holland at this point.
I thought about Mr. Holland, but I figured he'd be a bit gone. I just can't believe nobody's picked Mr. Holland.
He's on the list, but again, I had like 15. So
Jess is the only one when I looked at these lists of all these teachers who really represented ordinary everyday teachers out there in the world. No dead poets, no rock band weirdness. She's a real teacher, just a real person sort of who shows up and cares too much. She cares too much.
She does. So much so she bothers a Chinese restaurant.
And it puts her in line for a lot of pain when it comes to her career. And I think that's a real life thing. I think there's a lot of teachers who go through a lot of stuff and feel a lot of pain in their career because they really care about what they're doing. Not every teacher. Some teachers just, collecting the paycheck, and that's fine.
I'm
not talking trash. There's lots of people out there.
My friend Robin Williams got canned. He got canned.
Yes, he did. I'm not sure that was because he was a bad teacher.
You talk to the administration about that one, buddy.
All right. Jessica Day is my pick. Jackson?
David. I like to feel that you guys are connected with the youth of today.
I like to think so.
So I'm hoping you can answer a question for me.
Okay.
Tell me, why are we so blind to see that the ones we hurt are you and me?
I knew you were going with this one.
Tell me, why don't we?
We're going with Luann Johnson,
Yeah.
a.k.a. Michelle Pfeiffer.
Pfeiffer.
With Dangerous Minds.
Tell us about Luann. Is this based on a true story? I feel like it is.
Beats me, but let's go ahead and say sure. This was a movie that obviously the soundtrack appealed to me far more than the movie itself. Didn't even realize there was a movie for the first probably 10 years of that song.
I mean, Coolio was just out there giving us, fun, goofy bangers like Fantastic Voyage, and then hits us over the head with Gangsta's Paradise.
It shut the game down. There was tiny little me jamming to that song.
I could see Jackson walking the streets of Topeka, living in a gangsta's paradise.
Absolutely. She is another example of a magical character, we'll leave it at that, that comes into a inner city school, bunch of rough and tumble kids. She gives them poetry, candy, and karate. And then they begin to form a connection. She was a former Marine, so she comes in the first day with this, real idealistic mindset that, I'm just going to love them into prosperity, and immediately finds out that that's not what they respond to. So she comes back the next day, combat boots, leather jacket, and then we go on that very familiar track of, she begins to see the kids as individuals. She goes to their homes. She sees life through their eyes and connects with the students one-on-one.
We get very close to a trope of that in this time frame, don't we?
I feel in researching this that seemed to be just the cookie cutter format was in a lot of cases, take a magical white person.
Yeah. I wasn't going to say it, but there's some white savior stuff here.
I'm going to tightrope it a little bit, and then put them into a inner city urban youth situation and just see what happens. That was the plot line of countless of these movies and a couple more that were on my list. And I'm not hating on the trope because I watched all those movies, enjoyed all those movies, but it's something when you look at it through adult eyes, you notice like we just made the same movie over and over.
Yeah, it's basically how well could you tell the story where it's sincere and not going into that kind of white savior territory, which there definitely were some. I'd say Dangerous Minds was pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty honest, I think. Plus, again, the soundtrack wins it over. All right, Lou Ann Johnson, played by Michelle Pfeiffer.
I'm so ready for this next one.
Dangerous Minds. So bonus rounds.
Yeah,
we'll
buddy.
Get 2 of them. Cody, the bonus round is best fictional school. And you can define this anyway, like just the one you'd send your kids to, the one you would want to go to. I will accept any answer here. So best fictional school, Cody, what is your selection?
Well, I would send you and Jackson to hear about the little engine that could at Madison Preparatory Academy. Yeah, Major Payne's.
What?
Academy, yeah. We're going that education route where there is a magical black teacher that is helping a group of ruffians that include white students. And yes, they are transformed into fine young men and women.
Is Major Payne one of your favorite movies?
Oh, I love Major Payne. It is so good.
Is it your Goofy movie?
It's not quite, but it's close. It's in the ballpark.
Is it your Real Genius, to tie it back?
I prefer it over Real Genius.
Shocking Val Kilmer slander.
Shocking indeed.
Did that give you permission to sneeze, Opie? I can't believe you brought up Major Payne. I haven't thought about that movie in years.
Like, if you guys would have taken just 2 of mine, Major Payne would have been listed.
Major Payne, played by Damon Wayans.
His best role.
Well, I mean, yeah. Not The Last Boy Scout.
Not My Wife and Kids.
Not Bulletproof with Adam Sandler.
Shockingly, no.
That's a good one. Okay. This one, I'm going to go into the comic book realm here.
Okay.
Also movies and cartoons and whatnot, but the school I am going to pick is Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters. This is where the X-Men get trained.
I've never heard of it.
It's built for a real problem. Kids who are manifesting sometimes terrifying, uncontrollable abilities at the worst possible time, by the way. It's usually during puberty. So they're already confused. And then imagine getting these powers you can't
So they
control.
need Major Payne.
Major Payne might have been a teacher there. I don't know. I can't say for sure. Most of these students were rejected by their parents, their families, their towns, their old schools. And Xavier's, as in Charles Xavier, Professor X, exists because nowhere else would take them. It's an actual school. It's not meant to be a superhero factory. The X-Men are just a byproduct. They're not the product. Math and history gets taught there. The first students came back to teach. Jean Grey, Cyclops, Storm, Beast, they all teach at the school. And so I think that's a strong endorsement for a school when your students become the teachers. And so, yeah, there is one weakness to defend, which would be once every major storyline, it gets leveled to the ground.
Yep.
It's the business of being a superhero can get nasty sometimes.
Have to rebuild.
But yeah, I'm going with Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters. That's my school. Jackson?
Well, I thought this one would be gone, and I guess I'll take the layup, but Bayside High School.
Bayside! When it was on time and I put it on the line. I don't know the words.
Clearly.
Close enough. This was kind of my first exposure to high school as a kid, and I'm like, that just seems like a good place full of good people having a good time. I'd watched this, and then I'd seen Dazed and Confused kind of close by, and Dazed and Confused made me never want to go to high school based on the hazing that those kids...
It's a little too much paddling going on.
Yeah, and
a little too much
I
Ben
had that
Affleck.
waiting for me. It just, everybody out to have a good time. Mr. Belding, he was the principal, but he was never really trying to do a whole heck of a lot. He was usually joining in on the hijinks himself.
He was stuck in an elevator, giving helping deliver a baby once.
I love that Bayside of the Saved by the Bell, Bayside, like this is a school you pick based on vibes, right?
Yeah.
There's no discernible curriculum going on at this school. I don't remember one episode where they're actually sitting in class and like there's like stuff on the board. They're actually talking about anything they might be learning.
Oh, there are, because Zach will always sabotage and like interject and try to disrupt class.
And Jessie was on those caffeine pills.
Yeah, that's like the one episode where they take academic pressure seriously because she's so excited.
She is.
And you had the Max right there.
Right.
Seemingly on campus.
It seems like it's on campus, yes. Like you have your own eatery.
And
the only thing is you have to put up with Screech. Okay, Bayside High. Good pick, Jackson.
I'm shocked you didn't choose Miss Bliss for your teachers.
Why didn't you pick Greendale Community College?
It was on the list.
It was on my list, too. I was ready to select it if one of you jokers took mine.
But Major Payne needed to be referenced.
The last bonus round here is best non-teaching school employee. So this could have been janitor, principal, assistant principal, cafeteria worker, whatever. So like the lunch lady in Billy Madison. You're scaring us, lady. I'm guessing she's not going to get selected. But Cody, you are up first. Who is your best non-teaching school employee?
Walter Oakes.
Walter Oakes. Now tell me who that is, because I have no stinking idea.
He's a college athletic coach and dorm director at Hillman College. Yeah, I'm choosing Sinbad from a different world.
Oh, Hillman. We're going Sinbad. Yeah.
Like if Sinbad was your dorm director, you are living in the coolest dorm ever. And you're going to be laughing all the time because Sinbad's great.
I love Sinbad. Like, I really love Sinbad. He was one of my favorite comedians back in the day. And I just can't believe all the people that were on this show. Because you forget about it. Like,
and he had some impactful moments with the youth. Dwayne Wayne definitely would not have gone on to be a college professor if it wasn't for Sinbad.
Is that what he did?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. I almost listed him.
Marissa Tomei. She gets her start on A Different World.
Before My Cousin Vinny and being a dead Aunt May.
Jada Pinkett Smith, Sinbad, Debbie Allen. Yeah, Jasmine Guy, Kadeem Hardison. It was Dwayne Wayne. Yeah, Dawn
Lisa?
Lewis, Lisa Bonet. Yeah, of course, she was that's what made it the spinoff of the Cosby Show, because she goes to college there as Denise Huxtable. Yeah, that was a great show.
And has like the best theme song.
I don't remember the theme song. Sing it for us.
I will let you go home and listen to it yourself. There's 3 different versions of it, so they changed it throughout the years.
Well, I'll have to YouTube it. Okay, my best non-teaching school employee comes from the trope we were speaking of earlier, Jackson, where you got the school in the inner city urban environment, except this time we don't get the magical white person to come save the day. This one's actually based on an actual true story about East Side High. It's called Lean on Me. And if you haven't seen Lean on Me, first of all, young Morgan Freeman in this role as Principal Joe Clark. If you haven't seen Lean on Me, I would highly recommend it. It's probably on Tubi or something for free, because it's an old movie. But Morgan Freeman, essentially this is Morgan Freeman with a bullhorn and a baseball bat. He's like, what was that Rock remake?
Walking Tall.
Walking Tall. It's like Walking Tall, but in school. Because Morgan Freeman is he's like the drill sergeant guy, where this school's about to be shut down and all these kids in this inner city environment are going to have nowhere else to go. And so he just like comes in and does this very drastic thing. So the first thing he does on day one is he expels 300 students in front of the whole school. It's like all the drug dealers and the gang bangers and kids he's decided are beyond reach, which seems harsh. But like, this is what he's doing. He's like, all right, I'm going to get this element out so we can focus on these ones that still have a chance. He's an autocrat, right? Like, it's my word is the law. That's what's happening. I'm not taking any advice where this isn't a committee. I'm the boss and I'm going to say what goes. And the movie doesn't pretend he's nice. Like, the teachers don't like him, but it works, right? Like, it's such a great movie. It's what really introduces me to Morgan Freeman. Like, I think this is a great movie. I love Morgan Freeman in this role, and it is based on a true story. I think they take some liberties, as most do, but it was the first time I was exposed to in a movie of this idea of like when love looks severe. Like when you do what you have to do to save the most, but you have to sacrifice some. And that scene at the beginning where he takes over the school, he like changed the doors so nobody can get in, which now like all of our schools are locked from the outside. Like we don't even think about it anymore. Totally different reasons.
They're not chained.
Oh, no. Not schools now.
Yeah, they're not chained now.
But they didn't have the fancy doors we had back then.
Well,
that was the only way he could do it, to keep the bad people from coming into the school.
It made the host of Carmen Sandiego very upset.
So anyways, Lean on Me. It's a great movie. You should check it out. Joe Clark, or Crazy Joe Clark, I believe as he's called in the movie, played by Morgan Freeman. He is my non-teaching school employee of choice. Jackson?
Well, I'm glad you picked that one because it was 1 and 1A for my pick. And
see, I thought you might like that movie.
I feel you and I've been on the same wavelength this entire episode, so I'm glad you didn't sabotage all my picks. But for my school employee, I'm going to choose Cody's favorite Belushi brother.
You're really going to go with this?
Yes.
not my favorite
Jim
Belushi.
Belushi as the principal, Rick Latimer.
Now tell me about this movie, because I have forgotten it.
This was a movie that when Netflix first became popular and I got my Netflix account, and it was just, the world was at my fingertips, and, I was renting everything, all these movies that I wasn't able to see, in our one local video store, or didn't have cable a lot growing up. So I'm like, I got to catch up on everything. And James Belushi, I'm gonna
Jim for short.
He was kind of a joke at that time. That was around According to Jim. So I'm like, wait a minute. You've got an action movie with the guy from According to Jim and Louis Gossett Jr. I will take that risk.
Lou Gossett Jr. is in this movie.
He's the lead security guard.
You weren't lying, man. You were into this trope.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is kind of, it goes in the opposite direction of Lean on Me, where he doesn't just expel these 40-year-old high school students. He engages in fisticuffs. He uses a baseball bat on the students, not as a means of intimidation. It's another one of those, am I going to say it's great cinema? No. But it's tolerable Jim Belushi, and
That rarely happens.
it's a satisfying good time. You get some Ray Don Chong in there.
There's a lot of people in this movie as I'm looking at it.
But, it's a definite fantasy show because he's taking on high school kids, but then you see these kids, and when I say 40 years old, that's being conservative. But it's a good time, definitely enjoyable. You're probably not going to learn a whole lot, but you're going to have a good time.
Yeah. Also, Esai Morales in this movie. Another big 80s name right there. Was in La Bamba. The principal, man.
That was a choice.
Why did we ever think Jim Belushi should be an action star? He doesn't scream action star.
Why did we
He
think
made a
should
movie
be
with
a star?
Tupac.
What's that?
He made a movie with Tupac, gang related.
Oh my goodness, I forgot about that movie. Yeah,
There's a reason you did.
yeah, but the soundtrack was banging. Yeah, all right. There's only three of us. We could have really gone with a fourth here because
Oh my goodness, I had so many left over.
yeah, who didn't we select here? I feel like there's lots we could
So
have gone.
Henry Jones Sr.
Was he a professor?
He was a professor.
Yeah, that's right.
So
Attila the Professor.
yeah, Major Payne, Dr. Sean McGuire from Goodwill Hunting. Mm-hmm. We could have went Robert Oppenheimer
Oh,
from Oppenheimer.
yeah.
Could have went Kevin Spacey's character and Pay It Forward, but I didn't know if we were ready to go with Kevin Spacey. Either Chang or Jeff Winger from Community, because Jeff does graduate and becomes a professor at Greendale.
If we were going to do the worst teachers, Senior Chang would have to have consideration.
Oh, he's so great and how bad he is. Dwayne Wayne. And I did have Mr. Holland on my list.
Mr. Holland. Someone out there will criticize us for not drafting Mr. Holland. That's really a good movie, Mr.
It
Holland's
is.
opus. What about the dude from Whiplash?
Exactly.
All right, I thought right here at the end we'd have a little box office fun because I thought it would be fun. Now, granted, I pulled this together using Google search, so
Welcome back.
if a movie doesn't get included in here, I did my best, but it's hard to narrow this down. But essentially, I wanted to find like the top 5 highest grossing movies that were primarily set in a school environment.
Remember the Titans.
No, that is not on the top 5.
What?
If you think about this, you'll know what most of the movies are.
Bring it on.
Back to School with Rodney Dangerfield.
Sadly, no. But if there was any justice in this world, telling you, he gets no respect.
Teen Wolf.
William Madison.
You guys really don't know?
Back to the Future.
I mean, this school probably should have had some consideration for school. Like a lot of people would say this is the school they would want to go to.
Harry Potter.
It is Harry Potter. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 grossed $1.34 billion. Sorcerer's Stone, Order of the Phoenix is 3, Half-Blood Prince is 4. There is one non-Harry Potter movie that's number 5. And it is...
Don't tell me it's School of Rock. I might walk out of here.
It is not School of Rock. Think
goodness.
superheroes.
X-Men First Class.
No.
Had class in the title.
Think of high school superheroes.
Sky
Teen
High.
Titans?
What? That's not even a movie.
I know. That's why.
Is it Sky
Spider-Man
High?
Homecoming.
Oh.
I know. That makes it hard. So then I narrowed it down. I thought, okay, what if we take out fantasy superhero boarding schools / whatever, and we just did like the top grossing traditional high school / college movies? What might those be?
The Faculty.
I've got the top 3 here. I love that you guys are fist bumping over The Faculty.
Yeah.
What's up with that? Is that a favorite for you guys?
It nearly also got mentioned.
It's another movie I didn't think Cody was old enough to watch.
Man, I didn't know. I didn't realize we were such big Robert Rodriguez fans.
Bob?
Robert Patrick.
That was like, let's just take all the people that were in I Know What You Did Last Summer and those kind of movies and then throw them into a school setting
Nailed
where
it.
there's aliens. And the
It's
teachers
the
are all
one I
aliens.
Watched the most.
How was Twilight not on that list?
It's just not.
That was bananas.
Is that take place in a school most of the time?
The first
School
one.
is in it.
Let's see how much Twilight made because this might be a I think they're counting that as fantasy.
Well, yes, but
So it
I'm
wouldn't be
saying,
that.
So wait.
like within the Harry Potter one, like when we were leaving it wide open.
The first Twilight made 407 million worldwide,
Oh.
but 193 million domestic.
Yeah, Spider-Man made way
So
more than
Spider-Man made more than Twilight.
I was sadly $10 of that Twilight gross.
Do you guys have guesses? I will tell you all three of these movies that are your traditional high school college movies, they are comedies, if that helps.
that. Dazed and Confused.
One of them has been mentioned in this episode.
So we're looking at top
School of Rock.
It is School of Rock is number 2. 131 million worldwide. So you got the number 2, the number 1 and number 3, and they are comedies and they are after the year 2000.
So not A Beautiful Mind?
No.
Not a comedy in your guys' stretch of the imagination.
If you feel like it's a comedy, we have some white coats outside for you.
Remember the Titans.
Not Remember the Titans. No, sadly, not a comedy.
Mr. Holland's Opus.
No, these are not comedies, man.
Easy A.
That's a good guess, but it's not that one.
Super bad.
Super Bad is number 3.
Gross.
Number 3. Remember the Titans grossed 115 million in North America and 136 million worldwide. So that's it. So you're missing the number 1 movie. I will say there is an actor in Superbad who also appears in this number 1 traditional college movie.
Accepted?
It might surprise you. It's not accepted. Good
Pineapple
guess.
Express.
It is 21 Jump Street.
Oh.
Made 200 million worldwide.
Makes me sick.
Does it really?
Yep.
Why?
When we have perfectly fine films out there like A Beautiful Mind,
I mean-
Remember the Titans and Mr. Holland's Opus.
Say what you want about 21 Jump Street, but it did give us the wonderful line, "My name is Jeff." That's a great line. Classic.
I don't know if it's a $200 million line, though.
Oh, it's $200 million line. Made Channing Tatum a star. Well, that and Magic Mike, but
We don't talk about that.
all right. What did you guys think of the pop culture draft for best teachers in the pop culture world? Who would you have put on your lists? I'm sure there's many we did not mention or left out. So make sure and tell us on the posts, social media posts for this episode. Make sure and subscribe and all that other stuff. Share the podcast as much as you can after you follow us on social media, and we'll see you next time. It seems like it's on campus, yes. Like you have your own eatery.
And they know magic.
The only thing is you have to put up with Screech.
Rest in peace.
Not
Which,
anymore.
which I read that like, wow. Jackson. I don't. Oh my goodness. I don't know how we recover from that one. That was
Good timing.
wow. The thoughts and views of Jackson don't necessarily reflect those of Pop Culture Pastor the podcast, who happens to love Dustin Diamond and his whole catalog, acting catalog.
Saved by the Bell, the college years.
Baywatch Nights. Or whatever that Saved by the Bell version.
Baywatch. Whichever one had Mike Golick in it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
There were a couple made-for-TV movies in there.
Wow. We just totally derailed ourselves.
Yes, that happens.
This will be good bonus material. When I wake up in the morning and alarm gives out a warning and I don't think I'll make it on time. By the time I grab my books and I give myself a look, I'm at the corner just in time to see bus fly by. It's all right. Because I just denigrated the dead, apparently.
Ouch.